it's Holly, the Twister Sister. Today we are talking all things fall festivals, and I'm going to give you guys a few success tips to make sure that your fall season goes off without a hitch. So it's almost the end of September now. We're getting into October, and there's a lot of fall festivals that are going to start popping up, and I want you guys to be prepared with a few different tools and tricks that you can use to make sure that these events go off as well as possible, and that your clients especially are happy and want you back again next year. So speaking of your client, that's my first tip for this video. Make sure your client is aware of how things go with balloon twisters. If they've never had you at their event before, they may not be aware that balloon artists are usually the most popular attraction at any event, and that you're going to have a line. So it's very, very important that you communicate well with your client and let them know to expect lines for your area. That way they can decide to place you in a location where you're not going to block other attractions or mess with the flow of traffic. You don't want to blindside your event organizers with your lines where it causes a problem, because then that puts a bad taste, a bad feeling in their mind when they think about you. Even if it's a great problem to have, everyone loves you, but it's important to let your organizers know that you have done this type of work enough times to know that you will have a line, and so they need to be prepared for that. Next, think about the people coming to this event, the customers that are going to be coming up to you and getting balloons. What would give them the best experience? Is it getting the most amazing balloon that they've ever seen, but they don't get to do anything else at the festival because they were in your line the entire time? Or is it going to be giving them a good balloon that you gave that to them and you were talking and interacting with them and making sure that they had a great time with you, and they also didn't have to wait in line forever and miss out on other activities that they might have wanted to do or even paid to do but didn't get to because they were in your line the whole time? I know that you guys are artists and you want to show off what you can do and get the fame and the glory, but we have got to think about the customers that we are serving. We are doing a service, and you're not serving anybody if you've got a line full of grumpy people who aren't being able to see other things. They've been standing way too long and they just want to get a balloon for their kids so they can get on to other activities. In order to avoid this, I highly recommend keeping with more simplistic designs. I'm not talking about like one balloon dogs. I very rarely ever make a one balloon dog for anybody, but you could do really fast designs and utilize the Halloween prints that are available to really speed up your work. There's a lot of great little prints on the market now, which make it so easy. You can skip all the time for doing any Sharpie artwork. Get two 260s, swirl them together, make them into bracelets, headbands. There's so many options for quick line work Halloween stuff, especially with the prints that are on the market right now. So make use of them. It will save you so much time. Your customers will be happier, and that means your client will be happier, and they'll have you back again next year. Also, stay tuned for my Tutorial Tuesday coming next week. We're going to talk more in depth about different line work Halloween type designs that you guys can make this year. And I've also got a whole pack of clip art to go along with this stuff for you guys that is ready for you to download and start making menus with. Speaking of menus, make sure you've got one. This helps keep your lines moving so much better. There are so many benefits to using a menu, just a couple of them off the top of my head. You get the young kids who come up to you that can't really speak, or you can't hear them or understand them well. They can just point to exactly what they want. You eliminate a lot of the pressure from the parents who are in line with their kids trying to help them decide what they want to get, and then they get up to you and they've spent all this time helping their kid decide what they want, and then they ask you for it, and only to find out that you can't make it or you're not doing that one today. That is really hard for a parent who's like promised their kid they can have this thing and then they have to be like, oh, sorry, I lied. So don't put parents in that situation. They will thank you for having a menu. I can't tell you how many parents have thanked me for having a menu on display that kids could pick exactly what they want. They knew what the options were and there was no guesswork or awkward moments. In my balloon twisting career, there's been many festival type events and even birthday parties where I've been positioned right beside or very near to a very loud DJ with speakers pointed at me or very close to it, and it gets hard to talk. It's hard to hear what people want. And you don't want to make the mistake of making somebody a cat when they said they wanted a hat because you couldn't hear them. And so it's great to have that menu there where people can point and there's no confusion or wasted time making somebody something that they didn't really want. So those are my tips for keeping your lines moving by using a menu and keeping your designs more on the simpler side, but utilizing prints to still make them fun, unique, and something that people haven't seen before. Also, I'm just going to insert a small tip here about a couple of supplies you might want to keep on your kit, and that would be super glue or liquid bandages, just in case you spring a leak while you're working. It happens around my nails. Every now and then I'll just, get a little tiny cut, and so you want to make sure that you have something in your kit to deal with that right away. Band-aids are not going to work, especially if it's on a finger that you use to tie with. The band-aid's going to get pulled right off into your balloon, and that's gross. So don't do that. If you have gloves, you can use those to help prevent any accidents from happening, but if something does happen, it's good to be prepared with some liquid bandages, and super glue works as well. My last tip for you guys to have a successful fall event season is to have an exit strategy planned out. Don't get to your festival and then at the end of your event wonder how you're going to get out of there because you've got an hour-long line and people are going to be angry if you just up and walk away. Don't do that. Have a plan for how you're going to get out of there. This is what the professionals do, and this is what will set you apart from other twisters in your area by doing this. I don't care what your plan is, as long as you have one. I talk about my personal plan that I like to use in my free line work guidebook, which is a download that's available for you guys for free. I tell you guys exactly how I close my lines. There's a whole lot of strategies out there. My point for you is to make sure that you have one. How are you going to end things? How are you going to make sure that you get out on time and leave everybody happy and not angry? Also, be prepared to change your plan if you need to. So I've been at events that I thought were going to be low-key, and so I brought certain things with me in order to close things up. And then you get there and it's way different, very busy, and so it's always good to have the supplies with you if you're going to be using tickets or stickers or stamps or whatever. If you're going to need to utilize those things to close a larger, longer, busier line. So have a plan, but be prepared to change it. So have the things you're going to need if it is more involved than you think it's going to be. So be flexible, go with the flow, and do what you need to do. So those are my big tips for this video to help you guys have a successful fall festival season. Let me know in the comments below what your takeaways are from this video, what techniques you're going to be using to make sure that you have a great fall festival season. And don't forget to check back here on Tuesday for the Halloween line work video. I'm going to be going over a few different ways to do really fast designs for this coming season. So don't miss that. Make sure you're subscribed and ring the bell so YouTube notifies you when that video comes out. If you guys are looking for more, if you guys want more videos like this, advice type videos where I tell you how to take your skill as a balloon twister and turn it into money by giving you guys business advice, check out some of these videos I've got available for you. But before you leave, make sure to like this video so YouTube knows that you liked it, I know that you like it, and we can make more content just like this for you guys. All right, I'll see you guys over in one of those other videos. Till then, happy twisting. Bye!